Everybody, welcome to Tangle Break. Today we're going to do this tile using the tangles tipple and spoken. We're going to use the 8 basic steps of the Zentangle method. Step number 1 is gratitude and appreciation. I'm thankful for the time that we're able to take a break from our day to relax and draw. And the supplies that we're going to use are a brown Micron 01 pen, a black Micron 01 pen, a Zentangle pencil, a white charcoal pencil, 2 Tortillons, and a 3.5-inch tan tile. And this tile was inspired by Maria Thomas, who is the co-founder of Zentangle. So let's go ahead and get started. So grab your tile and your black Micron 01 pen, and we're going to go straight to the tangle of spoken. So draw an orb, and then we're going to draw lines coming off of the orb. So I'm just going to start and retrace a little bit of the orb and then come down all the way to the end of the tile. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the orb and aura the line that we just drew. And that's the first spoke for spoken. Now just turn your tile and we're going to do it again, coming off of the orb, straight to the end of the tile, and then aura. Turn my tile. I'm going to do it again. And then aura. Okay, turn my tile and do it again, going along the orb and then to the end of the tile. And then aura. And turn my tile, retrace the orb and come off with the spoke. And aura. And again. And I'm going to stop right there. Okay, next we're going to extend the spokes on the other side of the orb. So I'm going to pick this spoke right here that's coming down, and I'm going to keep drawing it to go across the tile. And I'm drawing under the other spokes. I'm going to turn my tile and pick another spoke and draw it underneath and draw it all the way to the end of the tile. And I'm going to do this on all the spokes. Okay, the next spokes that we're going to make are going to come straight out of the orb. So I'm going to find some spots, like this spot right here where it crisscrosses, and I'm just going to draw a straight spoke coming out. And then I'm going to do this all the way around, putting in a straight spoke to the end of the tile wherever it looks like it needs that space to fill it in. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is go back and aura around the orb in the middle and make a circular spoke, weaving underneath the spokes that we've just drawn. So I'm just going to start over here and aura the orb going underneath the other spokes. Okay, now I'm going to go back around and make an aura to make this a circular spoke. Okay, next we're going to go into the corners of these spokes and put in some rounding, which will give it some weight. So all you're going to do is go into these little triangular areas and just add a little ink, a little rounding, and it just gives it a little extra weight. So I'm going to do this all the way around. Okay, next we're going to add the Tangle tipple. So grab your brown Micron 01 pen, and we're going to go to the orb and just fill it in with orbs, smaller orbs, in this brown ink. So you're just going to go around and fill in the whole area with tipple. And when you have space in between the orbs, just ink it in. So just relax and fill in this whole center orb. And my pen just ran out of ink, so let me switch out pens. And this one is much better there. All right, so now just relax and fill in this whole area with tipple. And if you have space in between the orbs, you just ink it in. Now it's time for step 6 to shade. So grab your pencil, your Zentangle, your graphite pencil, and we're going to put in a lot of shade around the orb. I'm putting it in pretty thick. Okay, next we're going to go put in some pencil around all the spokes. So it really defines which ones are on top and which ones are going underneath. So next grab your tortillon and we're going to blend it in. So I'm just doing circular motions around the orb and then blend it on the sides of the spokes. Okay, now I'm going to bring it into the orb a little bit more. And it's not quite dark enough, so let me grab my pencil and put in a little more shadow on the edges here, on the inside of the orb, and smooth it out. Okay, next grab your white charcoal pencil, and we're going to have fun putting in highlights everywhere. And so in the middle of the orb, I'm going to put a lot of the white charcoal pencil, and look how it makes it just pop up. It's starting to have that 3D effect. And then on all the spokes, I'm going to go around and put the white charcoal pencil on it. And against this tan tile, it just really pops. So just relax and color in your spokes. So next, grab your Tortillon for your white charcoal pencil and blend in all the highlights, all the white areas. Okay, now it's time for step 7, initial and sign. So grab your black Micron 01 pen and pick a spot for your initials or your chop, and then turn it over on the back. And the tangles we did today were spoken and tipple. And then step 8 is appreciate again. And you can look at it in any direction. And I love how the mound or the orb in the middle has that 3D effect. And I hope you enjoyed our break today. And I will see you next time on Tangle Break. Bye for now.